Hey, what's up ladies and gentlemen, this is David Benjamin from HealthyWildandFree.com. Today I want to share with you the differences that occur in your body and your biology when you take antibiotics or when you take probiotics. So the word biotic means life, so the word antibiotic literally means anti-life, the word probiotic means pro-life. So an antibiotic is a medication prescribed by a doctor that aims to kill bacteria in the body. So if you have like an infection or anything that is affecting your health, an antibiotic is a strong antibiotic, anti-life medication formulated to kill all bacteria and to kind of rid your body of that. The problem with that is that an antibiotic kills all bacteria, both good and bad. So a probiotic, on the other hand, is a strain of good bacteria, or multiple strains of good bacteria. So there are probiotic supplements, there's probiotic formulations, if you will, in supplements and in nutritional and dietary supplements, but then there's also different probiotics in foods. So for example, kombucha has different probiotics based on how you've created, or the recipe. Kefir, water kefir, dairy kefir has probiotics. Some yogurt has probiotics. Really any type of fermented food, kimchi, sauerkraut has probiotics. And that's beneficial for your health in certain ways because it's a good bacteria that helps to feed your gut, and that feeds your immunity, which then basically empowers your body to fight disease, infection, and bad bacteria. So there's two different approaches, right? So there's the Western allopathic approach of taking an antibiotic and kill all the bacteria in your body. And then there's the approach of, kind of the more holistic natural approach, take a probiotic and give your body good gut flora, good bacteria to fight and kill the bad guys and balance immunity and whatnot. So it's really interesting. There was actually, I wrote 2 articles on this topic. There was a study done, I believe it was by New York, some study in New York, I forget the university or where exactly, but there's a study done in New York where scientists took 20 mice and they gave them antibiotics, and then they took 20 mice and they gave them probiotics. And the findings were extremely interesting, and that's why I'm sharing this video with you today, because basically the mice that were given antibiotics had an unhealthy gut flora after the study. So gut flora relates to immunity and weight and many different factors. So they had unhealthy gut flora, which actually led to the mice gaining like 15% more belly fat. So the mice that were given antibiotics were fatter by 15% after the study. And on top of that, they were more anxious, more stressed, and more unhappy, and they just had more kind of anxiety, and their brain chemistry was affected. So their gut health was affected, their immunity was affected, they gained weight, they were stressed, anxious, and unhappy. On the flip side of that, the mice that were given probiotics were healthier, thinner, leaner, less belly fat, and more prone to be able to handle different factors in the environment that would affect or harm their health and well-being. So for example, I believe there was they tested for allergies. The mice that were given probiotics handled allergies a lot better than the mice that were given probiotics. So as far as antibiotics and probiotics are concerned, I'm really opposed to antibiotics. I think there may be rare occasions where an antibiotic is absolutely necessary because this person may die or may be really harmed in their health if they do not really kill or kick out this infection or whatever it may be as soon as possible. At the same time, I do recommend, if you have taken antibiotics at all in your life, that you now take a probiotic to begin to restore that healthy gut flora and healthy gut bacteria, as well as eat probiotics, foods such as kimchi, sauerkraut, kombucha, water, kefir, things like that, and prebiotic foods, which is a precursor that helps the body create probiotics, such as onions and things like that, and you can look more into that. I'll put more information, an article below about prebiotics. But basically, so my recommendation would be that if you've ingested antibiotics of any kind, to now eat probiotics in your diet and take a probiotic supplement for a period of time just to get your gut flora healthy and balanced again. And if you do have, if you're like getting, basically if the doctor's like, hey, we want you to take this antibiotic, and you know it's not lethal or life-threatening or anything along those lines, just say, no, I'm good, do your research and take a probiotic instead, because a probiotic can do what an antibiotic does. It's just a different approach. It's just the antibiotic attacks your body, and the probiotic empowers your body. That's literally the differences in the two approaches, and if you understand that, you won't have a need for, and it just doesn't make sense to use antibiotics at all. So understanding that and utilizing probiotics in both supplement and diet forms can be much more beneficial for your health and well-being, both short-term to fix the solution, whether it's an infection or bacteria or yeast infection or whatever it may be. And so it's going to help fix that and be a solution for that. But then long term, it's actually going to benefit your brain chemistry. You're going to be happier, healthier, cognitively. You're going to function better. You're going to be less stressed, less anxious, and you're going to have less belly fat. And you'll probably get sick less often because your gut flora is healthier. So there's also a huge correlation between gut health and brain health, and the gut is really the second brain. So how you feel and how you think can very often, and is scientifically speaking, correlated to your gut health. So keeping your gut healthy is extremely important, and probiotics are a great way to do that. So I highly encourage you to understand antibiotics and understand probiotics. Know the difference between the two: antibiotics, anti-life; probiotics, pro-life. And understand how they're used and how they're utilized, and do your own research. If you want to be healthy, if you want to prevent disease, and you want to not use antibiotics and use probiotics instead, do your research. So the research with the mice is really interesting, the findings and the studies. So what I'll do is I'll link up both those articles below. There's actually one article where I talk about how the mice are given antibiotics, and it goes into the science and the results from that. And then one article about the science of mice given probiotics. So read both those separately, understand how antibiotics affect you, and understand how probiotics affect you. And by the way, mice are tested because they're very similar to human beings and their ability, or not ability, but the way their body responds to different things. So if we tried these same studies in human trials, I'm sure we'd get very similar, if not the same results. So check out those two articles below, and then also if you want to learn more about prebiotics, which is a precursor nutrient in foods to probiotics that helps your body actually create probiotics if you don't eat sauerkraut, kimchi, things like that. Check out the article below as well about prebiotics, so you can include those in your diet, and that'll help keep your gut flora healthy and feed your body healthy bacteria. So that's it for this video. My name is David Benjamin from healthywildandfree.com. Thanks a lot for your time in watching this video. Please like, favorite, comment, and share this video below. Hit the subscribe button, that red button, for future videos about health, wellness, nutrition, superfoods, spirituality, green living, and all these topics. And make sure to live healthy, wild, and free. Have a great day. Bye.